Tricky Debates. It's fun, awkward talk.
Well, Tricky Debate is up. It's proudly supported by Eat Ali Eatery, located at Western Okrom, close to the TTI school gate. Contact them via 024-912-6459 for your catering needs. At Eat Ali, our dishes leave no dishes. You can send us your WhatsApp or voice notes on our debates shortly via 024-488-3008. You know, getting married comes with a lifetime of financial consequences, okay? So these can be positive or negative depending on how you can plan for and understand them. By addressing your finances openly and honestly before marriage, couples can lay a strong foundation for a healthy and successful relationship. While full financial disclosure is generally beneficial for a marriage, it can potentially cause conflict or hurt feelings if not handled with sensitivity and open communication. So, our question on Tricky Debate tonight is this: should couples disclose all debts and financial obligations before marriage? Let's debate.
Tricky Debate.
Well, debating tonight are Nana Ehuntehun and Miss Philo. Miss Philo says, yes, they should do that. Disclose everything. And Nana says, no, they shouldn't. So we'll see who would win this. It's 12 after 8. Welcome to Tricky Debate here on the Orange Lounge.
Follow HKO Live on social media at HKO Live. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, YouTube, and Spotify at HKO Live.
Okay, Nana and Miss Wilakwaba. Yes. Thank you for coming over tonight. We have an interesting question, and so we are going to debate it. Hello, Musadan. Good. So, should couples disclose all debt and financial obligations before marriage? Yeah. Don't ask me how come I came up with this question, okay? I was at the wedding over the weekend, and it came whilst observing. These days, when you are invited to such places, you go as an observer. So this was what I could come up with after witnessing a beautiful, very intimate ceremony. You know. All right, because Nana is yawning, he's going to go first. Nana, your first 3 minutes starts now.
I think last week we started.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, good evening once again.
Please speak up.
Listeners, to me, it is not good to disclose anything concerning your financial situation to your partner or to be wife.
Really?
Yeah, why? Because if as soon as you start that thing, which means that you are trying to tell your wife that your financial situation should always be known. Maybe one way or the other, you owe some people that you think that, which the amount involved is very huge. So telling your wife to be, how is it going to solve your problem? Because if she gets to know that you are owing someone, let's take 100,000 cedis, and I'm able to do a wedding of 250,000 cedis, then I'm capable of paying that 100,000 cedis.
Perhaps she also has a financial muscle. You go.
Whether she's having a financial muscles to to assist me or not. I'm owing 100,000. I'm doing a wedding which cost me 250,000. Then why should I even tell that I'm owing someone 100,000? So, what would that do to you as a wife to be, not as my wife? You are a to be. So, letting you know all these things, you can decide that then the marriage will not go on. Because maybe I could come back and crack out on what. So why should I inform you? I will not.
Okay.
Moreover, disclosing disclosing your financial situation to your to be could create unnecessary stress and tension in the relationship.
How?
How say? I'm just trying to tell you that. Okay, I'm owing Kojo Meinu 20 Ghana. I'm owing Henry 50,000 because on the member 20. 50,000. I'm owing Philo maybe 78,000 cedis. I'm owing. How will you feel? A new relationship, a relationship that you are going to get married, and I'm telling you all these things. So why should I inform you? I will not inform you. I'll sit at my one corner. Then for us to get married, at the end of the day, you realize that all money that I'm getting, I'm using to finance my debt. Maybe the debt scramble comes from you because you wanted an iPhone Pro 16. I don't have the money. You wanted a Samsung Galaxy S25 or X whatever. I don't have I have to go and borrow money and pay all these things just to satisfy you. And at the end of the day, I'm owing. So when you come and then you are married, you are worrying. I want to make you say, oh, I owe this amount.
Anyway, the way you were going on with the phones, I had to stop you. Yes. Miss Piloyo, 3 minutes. Begin now.
Okay. So I am of the view that, or I am with the stance that you need to disclose your financial obligations to your partner to be. To your partner to be. To your partner to be, right? Why should you even disclose it to her? See, this is someone that you're about to settle with. You're going to
go on.
You're going to spend the rest of your life together. And then you are planning to get married. You are planning to get married. I refuse to be distracted. I refuse to be distracted. So no worries.
Let me defeat her by any means necessary.
So I'm going to settle with this person for the rest of my life. Why shouldn't I disclose my financial obligations to her? Because at the end of the day, if she gets to know my financial stance, that is where we can plan within our budget. Or certain things that probably she would want to have. Oh, okay, if that is the situation, no, let's cut this off. Let's take this in. Let's do this way, or let's reduce the number. Okay, because there is what? There is life after marriage. So at least we need to also have something in our account to be able to what? To plan for the future and unborn children as well, so that we don't have difficulties in the marriage coming forward. Do you understand? Yeah. So I strongly believe that any reasonable person, reasonable and mature person, when you disclose or when you discuss your financial obligations with the person or financial status with the person, that person understands you better. If I'm to I owe people that I need to pay them. Definitely, she knows. So she knows very well that no, me in this casa. So certain demands she wouldn't make. This a Samsung a iPhone Pro one. She wouldn't demand that because at the end of the day, she should know that there is no money. So we are living within our means, and this is someone who understands me and has decided that okay, regardless of your financial challenges, I'm ready to be with you for us to build or to make it together. And I'm also there to support you. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So I think it is better for you to disclose it with it, because when it happens, it reduces conflict.
Okay.
if I don't tell you my financial status and you see me always going to work, maybe I'm a contractor, you see me always I've been awarded contract and all that, you don't know, probably I go for loans, but because I don't discuss that with you, you think I have money, but maybe I don't have money. So at least to reduce the conflict, I let you know my financial stance, then you also know how to manage.
All right. Okay, Nana, you're up for your next 3 minutes.
Hello,
Letting the person realize that you are owing this thing. iPhone 16, I don't know the iPhone, the new latest model.
Neither do I.
Okay, the iPhone, whatever that I said, it was something that I bought for you before you got married or before you are getting even married. And letting you know that I went and even borrowed it, you just tell me, because based on that, I couldn't say, me warna obeka ku free nyama nkwanta warna nyamba. Meanwhile, I want us to be in a good relationship. Meanwhile, I want us to be in a good relationship.
Right.
So being in a good relationship means that I have to make sure that I satisfied you. And meanwhile, these people are the people that makes you to owe a lot. They let someone will just go to the bank, borrow money just because they want to do wedding. You get it? And this money that I'm going to borrow, if your parent gets to know that I borrowed money to come and wed you, they will say no, this guy Oniska. In Ghana, just a few, about almost let's put ourselves like almost 30% of Ghanaian parents of nowadays will say, oh dear baby, biki. The rest of them will tell you, go for the event centers, go for here, go for here. And I'm in love with the lady. What can I do? And I'm now coming to tell the lady that, oh, I'm owing 20 Ghana cedis. I'm owing 10 Ghana cedis. And your iPhone, I went and borrowed. And your this thing, the last time, the 90 that I gave it to you, I went and credited. How can I tell you all these things? But when we get married, that's me who's a baby, then I'll sit you down and tell you that, oh, you know what? The iPhone I bought from you, I went to Samsung and borrowed it. I bought it on credit. The 90, the one that you prefer wearing it. This is what happened. I went to this shop.
This is a classic political move.
I went to this shop, and then because you wanted it, I just asked them. Then they credit it for me. Your this thing. Then I'll be telling you, the school that when you were going to school that you said that you wanted your this money that I took. I went and I borrowed this from Henry. This is the time I will just let you know how I got the money for you.
God.
So why should I tell you before you get married? No, I will not do that. So I stand with the viewer. You don't let the person know, because if you let the person know that, or even the dresses that you are wearing, cry no oko kantamantuna oko free cry, you don't let the person be aware of it. But what worry you, that is where I just let you know everything about me, my financial status and everything I'll let you be informed. Oh,
I see.
the event center that you did, that your parents were so much happy about it. Oh, me quite crap me go free. Medical.
I see.
So I still say that, or I'm still of the view that you need to let a person know your financial status. Right, because when it's happening, it will increase your financial compatibility. We don't have. So whatever you're doing, you work within your means, right? So both of you come together, you put your heads together to make better decisions for the future. You plan towards it. Your retirement, okay, then we are saving. So how much do you think we should save at the end of every month? Because there's someone that you've made the person known of your financial stance. And then she's also definitely working, so she will support. Okay, then at the end of the month, let's put this aside. This is for this. Okay, we are planning to buy a house. Then let's channel this money to this side.
You're not married.
Please allow me to. Would you allow me? Because we are planning towards our marriage. So what are you talking about? And then you let the person, and then let's look at the long-term planning, right? Because we have decided, I made you aware earlier, so we plan ahead. Okay, so in the next future, this is what we want to do. So we are all saving towards it. It's a way. The thing is, you are letting the person know so that or no be ya journey. Now ma build them a financial status so that you live within your means. You not go out there and borrow lingeries and anything, even to the extent of going to counter, bend down boutique to go and borrow. What kind of disgraceful being are you? But if you made me aware, say na me wo, what you atareba akona wa mamenya aware said this is my situation. Into my tareba. Who says you should go and borrow? I think the lady never asked you to go and get her a iPhone 16 Pro or whatever. You wanted to show off. Because if I'm your lady and I request for something, not if truly I'm truly serious to build a home with you, and then you sit me down and talk to me about your financial stance, at least as mature as I am, I need to reason with you. If only I am ready to be with you. So for me, I'm still of the view that you need to discuss it with the person, because every matured person would understand you. That is a woman who wants to build a home with you. He or she will understand you. It's better than you deceiving me, because in the first place, I never knew you went and even borrowed that phone he is even talking about. And I never asked you to go and borrow me a phone. Or go and borrow me a lingerie or whatever. No, I never asked you for that. Please, so you let me know.
Didn't say lingerie.
That's a
90. Yeah.
So nightgown or whatever. Do you get it? So like for me, you have to discuss it with the person for better credit of management, so that you can manage your money well. Okay. You'll be able to manage your money, and then it also builds trust. Obani jiudi. Me kunu wane me tena ho ma me hu ni sika semu nteti me kunu ampa wa edine kese bibi nkoyi. Do you understand? Because you made everything open to the person and she understands you.
Right.
Don't sleep, Nana. Man.
Hello, Second D
Rebecca.
Takarati. You're listening to Radio Max 105.1 FM, your magic music station. Radio Max is also streaming live online via the Zeno app. We are live here and everywhere.
Okay, so it's time for rebuttals, and Nana will begin that for us. Nana, convince all of us.
No, I don't understand her when
yes.
it comes to a situation.
That's why you have to do some convincing.
No, it's not a matter about convincing. The issue is that you are letting the person knows your financial status before getting married.
Yes.
And I said, no, don't let the person be aware of your financial status, because the person getting to know of it, the marriage may not even take place. So my point is, after getting married, that is where I'll let you know my financial status. That is where we can build a future. That is where I'll let you know that these things that you want right now, these things, I cannot afford them. Because
someone said you have borrowed.
I've used the money I'm using the money to pay for the iPhone that you said you wanted. Yes, you said you wanted iPhone.
Borrow me iPhone.
No, because I wanted you, and I was doing everything in my means to please you. It's not because I just felt that I need to get you a phone. I come back and talk your friend saying, "Yeah, mama," but because you wanted to be of a class, and I also wanted to please you, I decided to buy you a classic phone.
So you see,
just to please you.
So you see, Mr. Say, is it
so
time up?
I don't understand the reason why. I don't understand why you have to come in with that. You don't have to let the person be aware of it.
If you don't tell me your financial status, right? Fine. And just as you're saying, you went and borrowed me the iPhone 16 Pro. How was I supposed to know that you went to borrow the phone for me? In as much as I wanted something classic, you said you did it to please me. So even if after marriage and you now come and sit me down to tell me this, it's a marriage of deception. Everything was built on lies. See, when you're able to tell the person your financial status, HQ, it builds trust. Open communication. Which one is a lie? Open communication.
I've not lied to you.
You said, the bread, one country say, oh, hey, sweet, babe. You said, babe, I've bought you a phone. You didn't say, babe, I've borrowed a phone for you. No. No. I don't think that is what you would say.
Oh, you said you wanted an iPhone.
And you have bought me the iPhone.
And I brought you the iPhone.
Did you tell me that
the means of bringing it to you is not known to you.
So why you,
but today, you wanted a different thing, and I want to I'll just inform you.
So why are you now referring
the iPhone
me?
I gave it to you was
Why should
something
you tell me that?
I
Why
bought
should
it on
you tell
credit.
me that? How was I supposed to know? Did I force you to go and borrow me a phone?
He's being truthful.
He's being truthful in what sense? So in the first place, when you were bringing me the phone, you should have said that, oh, honey, or babe, you said you wanted iPhone 16 Pro. Okay, so I just went and borrowed one for you. So that I'll know from the start that you borrowed it. But don't come and tell me that I've bought you the phone. This is it. Oh, you see, I love you. Oh, honey, you're so sweet. Darling, you just probably cry a case and then what. Then now later after marriage, you come and tell me that you borrowed the phone for me. No, you're not being fair here.
Okay.
So for me, I think that in every relationship, open communication is key. When you open up to the person, if the person understands the financial situation, he's able to manage with you. Both of you know how to plan everything, your financial status, like the wedding, everything. You know how to plan. You do everything within your means. And that person is there to what? Support you. And when it comes to you, the responsibility will be shared. On himself, who need be. On also will be obey, who will be, then you also do it. So that's how it works. Communicate it. Don't just come and lie to me.
Okay, so 31 after 8, we have a few messages here. From Xavier, she says, it's full disclosure, so yes to everything. The good, beautiful, bad, and the ugly. That's what she thinks. Let's hear what Sammy sent us.
Yes, of course. The question, it is good for all couples. I mean, soon to be couples to disclose all that and they have financial stuff before getting married, because all these things help, one way or the other. With that, you'll be able to put a strategy or make a strategy, a way for a betterment of the relationship. Remember they say that marriage is a journey. So anything about journey, it is, it starts with a step, and it's not something that you're going to finish as early as possible that you want it. It's a journey, and you don't know how it's going to end. So it is something mystery. Even Jesus, hide it from us. So you have to disclose everything. In fact, nothing should be hidden. If soon-to-be couples are, ready to get married, nothing should be hidden. Everything needs to be disclosed, especially financially, and any other thing, so that both will know how to put a strategy or put a plan, put a proper foundation, put a proper calculation on how both of you are going to make some spending or any other thing to help both of you. But basically, there's going to be children. So everything needs to be disclosed so that things would take, one way or the other, make a surprise or something to all of you. Thank you.
So, marriage offers all levels of partnership. There's legal, there's emotional, and all the rest. But in terms of emotional partnership, yes, you want to be honest, open. You want your partner to see you as trustworthy. But then my question is, if I have a financial or debt obligation and I have not stated you, my partner, as a person liable for this obligation, what does this information that I'm releasing to you do to you? Is it for you to just know and have second thoughts about who I am in terms of, we on the car, he's not really... What does that information do to you if you are not liable to my debt obligation? It makes sense that if I have stated you to be liable for this debt obligation, then you should know, especially if we are about to get married, that if so and so happens to me or I'm not able to fulfill this, then my partner to be is liable. It makes sense because obviously the person's signature, I'm sure in the first place, has to be on the document. And so it's important for the person to know. And so if that is really inclusive of your partner, you should let your partner know so that they are not shook by some events later in life. It makes sense that way. However, if it is to me and me alone, I don't think I should disclose it, despite the fact that yes, we've been dating, we are approaching marriage. That information is not going to do anything to your life. So yeah, I don't get it. But then again, yes, aside all the beautiful things of marriage, peace of mind, you don't want to hear it from somewhere else that your partner has gone to take 1 million and it's not paying, or so. Yes, it makes sense that way, and then you're all happy. And so what if I even release this information to you, and then I mean pengo, but something happens the day before the wedding, and then you are not married? Then what? What happens to the trust that you thought you had in this person?
You know, I really cherish this lady.
Okay.
Because the point that she's raising is a valid point.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, she's somebody that's no. She has done well. She has done well.
Okay, so we have another one. By the way, the one you like came from Joe. This is from Nanikua.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. Well, I'll say with this discussion is one of the things that mostly all of us overlook when we're getting into marriage, because we may think it's not important because you think it's personal. But I think some of the areas, especially when you are in debt, it's important that we are not talking about the 1 city, 2 cities, or the debt that you can somebody can just overlook. But we are talking about the debt that's when you're not able to pay, or when you default, your partner could be in danger, or they could be harassed by that. So I think once you want to get married, some of these things has to be looked into or talked about, or you have to tell your spouse or your partner what is going on in your life, and this is part of the things maybe that is going on in your life. If it's a huge debt, I think you should discuss it and you should talk about it. And you may decide to declare your financial status or whatever money or whatever assets you have. You can discuss with them if you think you trust them enough to let them know if they don't have anything ulterior motive against it, or you think you trust them enough. You can discuss it. It's personal. But for the debt aspect, I think you should be able, if it involves a lot of money, you should be able to disclose it to your spouse or your partner before getting into marriage. They have to be in the knowing. They can't just sit there one day and somebody come knocking at their door, and it's going to be so embarrassing. So you should be able to discuss certain things before you get into marriage, especially with your finances, your debt, and other stuff. You may overlook your finances aspect, fine, but with the debt, I think it's very important that you let your partner know what's going on. Not the that stuff, but the very ones that involves money, a lot of money. I think is very important. It's very crucial that you discuss it before you get into marriage. Thank you.
No, but what Nana Ekuya is saying, I want to find out at which particular amount that he is referring that's huge.
I think that.
No. Listen.
I think she was.
Because it depends on the amount. I say will be 20 Ghana naira or boneba.
Yes.
When you are there, and 20 Ghana pay. But at that particular time, it's at 20 Ghana no. Yes. And somebody to about almost 200,000 cedis.
I think it's the same thing you are also saying.
So no. Somebody will say 200,000 cedis. So now, if you say if the money is huge, at which because that 200,000 cedis can be huge for me.
With us,
somebody too can say.
With us human beings, everything is relative.
Like what?
Everything is relative. What is big for you is small for me. That's why I'm saying that you're also saying the same thing. You get it?
So wait, after getting married, then I'll just inform you.
Let me quote her. She has raised a valid point.
Yes.
No, but I mean, it's, Henry.
Yes.
I have a case with this particular issue.
All right.
Whereby when they were about to get married, guy na catch a girl and say, oh, I'm owing such an amount and that kind of thing. The girl accepted it and they got married. Then the guy is paying the debt. Now the girl is complaining that every time I ask you of money, you said you are, because you are owing, you are using it to settle that debt. You get it? So in a situation whereby I did not inform you in the first place, then we got married. Then I informed you that, okay, now, this thing, I've used this money, or I owe such person such an amount that I'll be settling it. And no man can't you put there. And if you ask my catcher, you go by it.
Okay.
And the ladies, their marriage in the verge of collapsing.
It could be that the man is also taking advantage of that to overdo it, which the lady could also see. It's like, do you understand? I said, my catcher said, medical say, and be near, not media, not be years to come on. I said, COVID by
Yeah.
And Ukraine, Russia war by then time. I might be a bit, none of man could a Russian Ukraine war.
Yeah.
You have Russian Ukraine war. You get it. But now, the person told you, say, he's on.
Okay.
So he's settling there. Fine. So now it's like the person is taking advantage. Baby, I can't just say medical. So the lady.
So I informed you before you got married.
No. Ebiana lady ni so who said no. I have bought payo bi na wasa that the eno. As a shield bi na did.
Okay. If I leave you two, you go on and on.
But I informed you before you got married.
Yes. Anyway. Yes. Couples should listen. This is what I think, that couples should disclose all debts and financial obligations before marriage. This transparency, I believe, it builds trust and helps them make informed decisions about their future together. Openly discussing finances, including income, assets, and liabilities, allows them to address potential financial challenges and develop a shared financial plan. Emphasis on shared financial plan. Whatever you two are coming from your various ways to meet at the junction of marriage with, it is what you are going to share to move in the direction that you want to. So, very important. Keep that in mind. It is something that the two of you are coming together to develop as a couple. Right, so that will be the end of the discussion on our tricky debates. Wow. Thank you to our contributors. Thank you for listening. Tricky Debate will be back here again next week with another edition. You are listening to the Orange Lounge here on Radio Max 105.1 FM.
Tricky Debate.